Before gold ever glitters, before money ever moves, before opportunity ever knocks, there is substance. Invisible, eternal, inexhaustible substance. It is the breath of God made tangible, the unseen supply from which all visible things arise. Everything you will ever need already exists in this boundless sea of divine substance. You cannot add to it, and you cannot deplete it, for it is infinite, changeless, ever-present, and obedient to consciousness. This is the first law of wealth. Spirit is the source, and matter is only its shadow. Say aloud, I live, move, and have my being in divine substance. You are not separate from it, you are formed of it. Every cell, every atom, every idea within you is vibrating with this radiant energy of supply. When you think lack, you deny the nature of your own being. When you affirm abundance, you remember who you are. For divine substance is not somewhere else. It is here, now, clothed in thought, ready to appear as form the moment faith calls it forth. All poverty is illusion, all limitation is hypnosis. You are never truly without, you are only unaware. The invisible world around you is heavy with provision, waiting for the word that releases it into visibility. And the word is not please, the word is let there be supply, let there be increase, let there be manifestation according to divine law. You do not beg substance, you command it by recognition. You do not earn substance, you reveal it by consciousness. Say this now with authority. Divine substance now takes the form of every need fulfilled, every desire completed, every good thing made manifest. When you declare it, you give the invisible a pattern. When you speak it, you shape the raw material of spirit into visible abundance. Divine substance has no will of its own. It is neutral power, waiting for direction. It will as easily form chains as crowns, debts as dividends, depending on the vibration of your word. The law is perfect. You are the deciding vibration. Man believes that money is his source. But money is only a shadow of the substance. Lose all money, and the substance remains, and from it, new supply will flow as surely as rivers return to the sea. The wise do not cling to form. They rest in the invisible source behind the form. They know that wealth is not what they hold in their hands, but what they hold in their consciousness. To know this is freedom, for then nothing can ever be taken from you, and nothing can ever be withheld. Say aloud, I release all fear of loss, for divine substance cannot diminish. I live in the overflow of the infinite. Fear blocks the flow, faith opens the floodgates. The moment you align with faith, unseen currents begin to move, people are stirred, doors open, and opportunities rise out of what appeared as emptiness. The universe rearranges itself to obey your recognition of truth. For where consciousness leads, matter must follow. Understand this, every idea of good that enters your mind is the voice of divine substance seeking expression through you. Every vision of prosperity is an instruction from Spirit saying, make this visible, and you make it visible not by strain or striving, but by knowing that the substance is already complete and responding to your command. So speak as one who knows, walk as one who commands, think as one who reigns. You are the vessel through which the invisible becomes visible, the divine channel through which substance finds form. Every bill you bless multiplies into greater flow. Every act of faith summons richer supply. Every declaration of abundance strengthens your magnetic field until wealth itself recognizes you as its source. Say now, with the voice of certainty, I am the living expression, the law of command. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was not a whisper, but a decree. Creation did not come from effort, from striving, from pleading. It came from command. The heavens were formed by the voice of divine authority. And that same voice lives in you. The power that said, let there be light, is the same power that says through you, let there be supply, let there be healing, let there be manifestation. You were not born to ask, you were born to decree. You were not made to hope timidly, you were created to speak reality into being. The law of command is the law of dominion. It is the law by which the invisible obeys the visible, and the visible bows to the spoken word. The spirit within you is creative fire. It cannot resist a decree spoken with faith. Every command issued from a consciousness of divine authority ripples through substance, reshaping the universe to obey the vibration of your voice. You are not separate from the creative word. You are the word made flesh. Say aloud, I speak with divine authority, and all creation obeys the tone of my belief. For your words are not idle. They are instruments of manifestation. Every declaration carves channels in the unseen. Every affirmation plants seeds in the soil of the infinite. Speak with faith, and the invisible hastens to obey. Speak with doubt, and you cancel your own decree. The universe is not confused. It listens for conviction. Heaven moves not by the cries of fear, but by the voice of command. Do not beg the universe to bless you. Bless yourself by your decree. Do not wait for conditions to change. Speak to the condition and it must change. Jesus did not plead with storms. He commanded them. He did not ask the fig tree to wither. He spoke, and it obeyed. The power of command is the power of consciousness standing in its divine right. You are the same spirit clothed in modern form. Speak as one who knows that your word is law. Say now, by the authority of the Christ within, I command all disorder in my life to dissolve and divine order to reign supreme. For when you command, you set the law in motion. Every decree you make in alignment with divine truth activates the infinite machinery of creation. The law does not argue, it responds. It does not question, it fulfills. The moment you speak in faith, unseen forces assemble, matter rearranges, and substance takes form. This is not arrogance, it is alignment. You are not commanding from ego but from identity. You are not demanding from the world. You are instructing the universe to reflect what already exists within. The law of command is not the shout of pride. It is the whisper of certainty. It is the divine remembrance that you and the Father are one, and that unity gives you authority over form. Speak not of what you lack, but of what you claim. Speak not of waiting, but of possession. The law of command works only through the language of completion. To say I will have is to delay. To say I have now is to manifest. Therefore, let your words be present, powerful, prophetic. Say, every good I desire is here now, unfolding in perfect sequence. And the law of vibration. Everything that exists moves, hums, and breathes with vibration. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every emotion you feel sends a pulse through the invisible fabric of the universe. You are not a body searching for energy. You are energy shaping itself into a body. You are vibration clothed in form, a living frequency of divine consciousness. Nothing rests, nothing stands still. All that you call reality is vibration in motion, dancing to the tone of your belief. This is the eternal truth. Your life matches your vibration, not your wishes. The law of vibration declares that you never attract what you want. You attract what you are. Every condition in your world is the echo of your inner tone. Poverty is a vibration. Wealth is a vibration. Fear, peace, love, despair, all are frequencies moving through substance, gathering form according to their nature. The moment you shift your vibration, your world rearranges itself to obey the new frequency. You need not struggle to change appearances. You need only raise your inner tone. Say aloud, I am the frequency of divine abundance. I vibrate in harmony with infinite supply. When you speak those words, you are tuning your consciousness to the station of prosperity. Just as a radio cannot receive what it is not tuned to, you cannot receive what your energy rejects. You do not beg for wealth. You vibrate wealth. You do not chase peace. You emanate peace. You do not run after love. You become love's frequency, and it finds you without delay. Every thought is a tuning fork. Every word is a vibration released into the ethers, calling to itself its equal. Speak the vibration of lack, and lack answers swiftly. Speak the vibration of divine certainty, and all of heaven rushes to fulfill your decree. The law of vibration is impartial. It does not choose. It reflects. It mirrors your consciousness faithfully. without hesitation or question. The moment you feel abundant, abundance must move toward you. The moment you feel powerful, life bends to your authority. Say this now with boldness. My vibration is aligned with divine substance. I radiate wealth, harmony, and unshakable peace. You are a magnetic field, charged with thought, emotion, and spirit. What you radiate, you recreate. What you feel deeply, you multiply. The wise do not try to manipulate circumstances, they master their vibration. For when the inner tone changes, the outer symphony must follow. No wall can remain standing before the vibration of faith. No door can stay closed before the vibration of gratitude. Gratitude is the highest note of wealth. It transforms the ordinary into gold. The law of vibration is the bridge between the unseen and the seen, the whisper between thought and manifestation. You may call it spirit, frequency, or energy, but it is the same eternal rhythm through which God speaks creation. Every moment you feel fear, your vibration contracts. Every moment you feel love, your vibration expands, and heaven flows freely through you. Therefore, guard your vibration as your most sacred possession. Let no word of despair leave your lips, no thought of defeat linger in your mind. Say aloud, I rise now into the vibration of divine certainty. I live in the rhythm of infinite increase. Feel the pulse of the universe answering your tone. Feel substance moving, circumstances shifting, opportunities magnetized by your frequency. You are not trying to attract, you are remembering that attraction is automatic to alignment. You are not trying to make life happen. You are allowing the vibration of your divine identity to take command. Every thought of joy is a seed. The law of circulation, life is movement, spirit is flow. The moment you stop giving, you stop receiving. The instant you hold too tightly, you block the rhythm of the infinite. The law of circulation is the divine heartbeat of the universe. The endless exchange of giving and receiving, of outflow and inflow, of seed and harvest. Nothing in creation hoards, nothing in nature clings. The ocean gives its waves, the trees release their fruit, the sun pours its light without measure, and so must you. For you were not created to store supply, but to circulate it. The one who fears to give, fears to live. Say aloud, I am a clear channel for divine circulation. As I give, I multiply. As I release, I increase. The world teaches you to grasp, but heaven commands you to flow. Money, love, energy, all are living forces that grow only through movement. What you give in fear returns empty, but what you give in faith returns multiplied. The miser closes his hand and loses, while the giver opens his hand and reigns. You cannot outgive God, for you and God are one source in motion. The more you circulate, the more the current of abundance expands through your life. The law of circulation is exact, eternal, and unfailing. Every thought you send forth, every emotion you radiate, every word you speak goes out and returns multiplied to the consciousness that birthed it. Give resentment, and you receive bitterness. Give gratitude, and you receive miracles. Give freely, and heaven rushes to fill the space you created with greater supply. You cannot empty yourself faster than spirit can fill you. You cannot outpour love faster than God can pour more through you. The universe abhors a vacuum. Whatever you release in trust must return in increase. Say now with conviction, everything I give comes back to me, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. For that is law, that is principle, that is the eternal rhythm of divine circulation. When you hold back from giving, be it money, love, forgiveness, or service, you choke the flow of life itself. Your fear of loss becomes the cause of loss. But when you dare to release, when you give from the knowing that your source is infinite, you open invisible doors. You step into divine rhythm. You become the vessel through which substance moves freely, constantly, powerfully. Do not hoard your wealth, circulate it. Do not hide your gifts, express them. Do not guard your blessings, share them. For what you withhold, you imprison. What you release, you free. The law of circulation does not reward stagnation, it magnifies movement. Every act of generosity is a command to the universe saying, "There is more where that came from." Every time you give joyfully, you affirm your oneness with infinite supply, and the law responds by sending increase from unexpected places. Say aloud, "I release all fear of giving. I am the endless flow of divine abundance." For you are not the source, you are the channel. The river does not fear it will run dry, for it knows it is fed by the ocean. So too are you fed by infinite mind. When you give with trust, you draw from the boundless reservoir of spirit. What you circulate becomes charged with divine energy, returning in forms greater than you can imagine. The gift may leave your hand, but it never leaves your life. Let go of clutching and step into command. Let go of fear and feel the current of heaven rushing through you. This is not loss, it is expansion. This is not sacrifice, it is synchronization with the rhythm of God. Circulate and be circulated. Give and watch the floodgates open. Release and receive tenfold. For in the law of circulation, stagnation is death, but giving is resurrection and flow is eternal life. The law of alignment. There is no power outside divine order. Every miracle, every manifestation, every answered prayer flows through the law of alignment. When thought, word, and belief move as one with divine truth, the universe bends to obey. But when you speak one thing and believe another, you divide your current, and the power of manifestation scatters like dust in the wind. Alignment is mastery. Alignment is the secret rhythm of the miraculous. Say aloud, "I am in perfect alignment with the divine will, the divine mind, and the divine supply." For until your inner world is ordered, your outer world cannot reflect harmony. Heaven does not respond to confusion, it responds to clarity. The universe listens not to the noise of your words, but to the vibration of your belief. When your inner conviction says yes, while your emotions murmur no, you create resistance. But when every part of you, spirit, thought, feeling, and action, vibrates in agreement with truth, creation cannot delay. What you are aligned with, you become. The law of alignment decrees that you can only experience what matches your inner tone. If your consciousness is tuned to fear, you will meet fearful conditions. If your heart is tuned to faith, you will walk among miracles. The world is your mirror, polished by the frequency of your agreement. Nothing appears in your path that does not match your vibration. To fight your circumstances is to fight your own reflection. To align your thought with divine order is to transform everything around you. Say it with conviction. I now align with infinite intelligence, perfect timing, and divine precision. My life moves in EFF. Ortless harmony with God's design. When you affirm this truth, unseen forces rearrange themselves in obedience. The right people appear, the right doors open, the right ideas flash across your mind like lightning. For alignment is not struggle, it is surrender to divine rhythm. It is not striving to control, it is allowing the higher law to govern the lower. You are not pushing, you are aligning, and in alignment, all motion becomes effortless. The misaligned mind cries, "Why is nothing working?" The aligned soul declares, "It is already done." The misaligned mind fears delay. The aligned soul rests in divine timing. For there are no mistakes in divine order, only misalignment in human consciousness. When you rise above worry, above doubt, above appearance, you lift yourself into the stream of perfect flow. There, all effort ceases and manifestation becomes natural. Say aloud, "Every cell of my body, every thought in my mind, every word I speak is aligned with divine abundance, divine health, and divine success." This is not imagination, this is invocation. You are commanding your energy to take its rightful position under divine law. You are summoning your scattered forces into unity. You are declaring that you no longer serve confusion, contradiction, or fear. You stand as one consciousness, one vibration, one purpose with infinite intelligence. The law of alignment is the law of divine synchronization. When you are in harmony with your highest truth, the whole universe conspires to fulfill it. When you walk in alignment, nothing can oppose you, For opposition exists only where duality remains. Alignment dissolves resistance. Alignment opens channels. Alignment magnetizes everything you once chased. You stop seeking, you start receiving, you stop controlling, you start commanding. So declare it with power. I am aligned with the rhythm of the Almighty. My path is straight, my way is clear, my supply is sure. Nothing can oppose what God ordains. Feel this word settle in your spirit until it becomes your vibration. For alignment is not a moment, it is a state of being. Stay in it, live in it, breathe in it. When you align your will with divine will, your life becomes a prophecy fulfilled, and by the law of alignment, all that is truly yours must appear, for heaven and earth move to obey the one who stands in perfect oneness with the truth, the law of dominion. You were not born to bow before circumstance. You were born to command it. Dominion is your divine inheritance, written in the very vibration of your being. The law of dominion is the decree that man, made in the image of the infinite, holds authority over every realm of form. You are not subject to conditions. Conditions are subject to you. You are not ruled by appearances. Appearances obey the law of your consciousness. Say aloud, I am the ruler of my world. All that concerns me now obeys divine command. From the beginning, the Spirit breathed into you the word of authority. Dominion is not domination, it is alignment with divine mastery. It is the consciousness that knows God rules through you. When you forget your power, the outer world rules you. When you remember your source, the outer world rearranges itself in obedience. Dominion is not achieved by striving, it is recognized by awakening. You do not fight for power, you speak from power. You do not plead for order, you command it. The law of dominion operates through conviction, not effort. The moment you stand in certainty, the universe bows. Every element, every vibration, every circumstance adjusts to match the one who knows. You are the king or queen of your kingdom of thought, and your kingdom manifests according to the decrees you pronounce. Say it again. I am not moved by appearances. I move appearances by divine authority. For this is the essence of dominion, to rule from within. When fear speaks, dominion is forgotten. When faith speaks, creation obeys. Dominion begins in silence, in the still known. That the spirit within is greater than any condition without. The law of dominion is the law of spiritual government. The recognition that the divine mind within you is the center of all power. Every command you issue from faith is fulfilled by the invisible law of substance. What you decree in truth becomes law to your world. What you declare with authority reshapes the very matter of existence. Say now with power, I speak as one with the infinite. My word is law, my faith is power, my will is divine. This is not arrogance, it is awareness. The meekness of spirit is not weakness, it is knowing that your authority is not personal but cosmic. Dominion does not boast, it simply knows. Dominion is calm, unshakable, immovable. It does not tremble before bills, illness, or delay. It stands firm and says, peace, be still, and peace obeys. It says, supply, appear. And substance responds. It says, all things work together for my good. And the law of dominion ensures that they do. The one who walks in dominion no longer chases outcomes, for all outcomes flow toward the vibration of command. The birds of the air, the flow of money, the movement of time, all yield to the consciousness that knows itself as master. Dominion does not resist, it directs. Dominion does not fear, it decrees. Dominion does not plead with God, it expresses God. When you speak from the Christ within, every atom of the universe hears and responds. Say aloud, I am the living expression of divine authority. My word carries the fire of creation. My world is governed by divine order. This is not metaphor, it is law. The law of dominion is eternal, impartial, and unbreakable. It recognizes no weakness, no accident, no victimhood. Only consciousness creates. Only faith commands. Only authority manifests. To live beneath your dominion, is to live beneath your inheritance. To rise into dominion is to restore the kingdom of heaven within. Stand upright in your spirit now. Feel the crown of divine knowing upon your head. Let your thoughts become royal decrees. Let your words be the sound of heaven made flesh. You are no longer a wanderer in chaos. You are the architect of divine order. By the law of dominion, every force of the universe now aligns with your divine command, and all that is unlike your highest truth dissolves into nothingness. Dominion is your birthright, and when you remember it, creation bows before you and calls you master.